everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are cooking recipe 25 of Cooking My Way Through Magnolia Table Cookbook, and it is going to be bacon and Gruyere drop biscuits. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is get half a pound of thick sliced bacon evenly spread out in a cookie sheet, and then you're going to pop this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 to 23 minutes depending on when yours is extra crispy. Now, while that is in the oven, I went ahead and started to grate my Gruyere. This does call for 8 ounces of shredded or grated Gruyere cheese. After this, we're going to start to get our dry ingredients together. Luckily for me, Hank, please go away. I've already re-recorded this 4 times because he keeps knocking down my phone and barking. I've had it with you. Please leave the room. So this recipe calls for 1.5 pounds, oh my God, not 1.5 pounds, sorry, 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Thankfully, that's literally the last bit I had left in this bag, so I didn't have to go to the garage and get another one out of the pantry. And then to this, you're also gonna add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic salt, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, stop it, Hank, and half a teaspoon of ground white pepper. Then you're going to go ahead and get all the dry ingredients together and just give them a light whisk. I just wanted to also say thank you to you guys. This happens to be the 25th recipe that I'm doing, and we also just hit 25 subscribers. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it means a lot that at least 25 of you are out there watching me cook my way through this book. Cooking is, been kind of an escape for everything going on. I love to cook, so getting back into it's been really nice for me. So I appreciate you guys that are watching and liking and subscribing so much. Truly, I really do. All right, now that those dry ingredients are all whisked up, you're gonna take 1 whole stick of unsalted butter at room temperature. This is your dough cutter or like a pastry dough cutter. I'm gonna use it to get the consistency right. You don't want the butter to be completely melted or dissolved in. You want them to be in kind of like small little round balls. So just, I don't want to say the word grate, but it's not really great. So just cut your way through this this dough, this flour mixture. Make sure the butter is all cut in nice and evenly. And once you have those little like ball size butter pieces in there, you're good to go. All right, so now we're gonna start adding our wet ingredients. This does call for 3/4 cup of milk. I'm using 2%, but I think you can use whatever you want. And then we're also gonna add in that Gruyere that we already previously shredded. And then during this time, you're just gonna do like a light mix of it. You don't wanna overmix it and you don't want it too combined because we're still gonna have to add the bacon in. So just just mix it like just enough, but don't overdo it. While you're doing that, you're gonna wanna go ahead and line your baking pan with parchment paper for when we're ready to put the dough on there. And here's a loving moment from our sponsors. Just kidding, it's my 2 dogs that are always interrupting every single voiceover I do and begging for every single piece of food that I make. You guys are my #1 fans, and I can't do it without you, so thanks for that. All right, now that we're back from that commercial break, you're gonna go ahead and take your bacon out of the oven and put it between some paper towels. You really wanna get all that excess grease off of it. And then you're going to go ahead and chop that all up. Get it into nice bite-sized pieces, and you're gonna pop that into your mixture. Now this part you can go ahead and mix with your hands because you don't want it to be over mixed. Again, these are drop biscuits. They're not like the kind of biscuits where you roll out the dough and put them into little shapes. They're not perfect or like cookie cutter biscuits. They're supposed to look kind of, you know, I think the point is they're not supposed to look perfect. They're beautiful. This makes 6. They are very large. These are a whole meal, not like a tiny biscuit. This is like you could eat this as a meal and like you would be so happy. By the way, I already pounded one down, and this is by far my favorite recipe now that we've made. A close tie for focaccia bread, but this is my #1 right now. So good. So spoon out 6 of them and just drop them on there. They don't have to be perfect. You're going to pop these into the oven at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. And then, yeah, I posted some pictures of the finished product. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for my next video. Make sure to like and subscribe.